Welcome to Brainworms and Tangents. My name is Pamela,
And I'm Carissa.
and we are two 20-somethings with ADHD on a quest to chase our impulsive ideas we can't shake. This is a self-growth podcast that is all about becoming who you want to be, one brainworm at a time.
So Pam, I hear you have a brainworm.
I have had this brainworm since I was little, and that brainworm is making a summer bucket list. It's just like a tradition for me at this point. So I invite you into my brainworm so we can do it together.
I think bucket lists are so fun. I started making some a few years back with just like my friends here, and it's just been just like a way to kick off the season, I feel like.
I think it's so important to have these like little rituals for every season to just help you create meaning and help you mark the passage of time. Even things like when summer flavors come out at Starbucks, or like when pumpkin spice everything comes out, at every store, like those things help you mark the passage of time and just help you create a little bit more meaning. So I'm all for doing different traditions to help you kick off the season and welcome in like the new chapter of the year.
Yeah, I think calling it like a seasonal item is like a good way to put it because I think there's so much that goes into the season. People decorate for different seasons. You decide to, the things you're going to do in spirit of the season. So I think this is very fitting, and I'm glad that we're doing this.
It really does go deeper than just making a list. Like, I think as adults, you have to create your own structure and create your own meaning and be creative in how you do that, right? Because I think as kids, structure is made for you, especially through school. There's a lot of different milestones that you are going through, and there is just always the next goal. But I think as people graduate on into adulthood, they find that a lot of those milestones and that meaning is not created for you. So you really have to create it for yourself. Have
Yeah.
you felt that as you've kind of developed in
Yeah.
adulthood?
I think it's especially true for like holidays. I hear people talking like, oh, Christmas doesn't hit the same as when we were 7 years old. And I think it's because you're right, we have to make it special. You have to decide, okay, I'm going to have like a holiday movie marathon. I'm going to make cookies, but it's easier when there's someone already like broadcasting that to you. I think even as kids, like watching Disney Channel or like ABC Family, they used to do the like 25-day countdown where it was like a different movie every day. And I'm like, first off, we don't really watch general TV anymore. So we are just streaming everything. So you kind of have to create those vibes, the whimsy for yourself. And it can be hard when you don't really have that spark or spirit when it comes time for like the holidays.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, it's really easy to not buy into those things and say, like, that's not for me. But then
Hmm.
you are left without, that anticipation and those seasonal milestones that everyone else is following. So it's
Hmm.
important to figure out where it fits into your life and create that for yourself, because you really have to create your own anticipation as an adult. I'm
Yeah.
even thinking with like the ADHD brain, it can be especially important to do these things.
Hmm. It really helps make every day not feel the same
Mhm.
because I think at some point I just run on autopilot where I don't know what day of the week it is, especially on like the work day. And the like 5 to 9 after the 9 to 5, I'm just so tired and exhausted. But I think having something to look forward to and something that kind of disrupts that autopilotness allows you to kind of just seize those moments. 'Cause I think it can be easy to come home, not want to do anything, scroll on your phone, and then you realize, oh, well, it's time for bed. Do the same thing all over again. I think it's important to have something to look forward to and to kind of carve out that time in our like weekdays and just on the weekends to really kind of just make the most of these seasons of life that we're going through.
Yeah, I think you're so right. It can totally feel like you're just living the same day over and over again. And I think that's where people kind of get jaded and just lose a lot of meaning in their lives. And it's sad when people lose that glimmer, that hope, that whimsy.
Mhm.
Um, I had to do something to disrupt that.
Yeah. And I think even now it's one of those things where I realize just how fast the years are passing. I was thinking like, "Oh, I did that like last winter." I'm like, "Oh wait, no, that was 2 winters ago." Or I'm just like losing track of time, mainly just because I'm probably doing too much, but also maybe not filling it with these goals or these things that I want to accomplish. It can be easy to let like that time slip away.
And I think with the ADHD brain, a summer bucket list actually is really helpful for us in the novelty of doing something new really speaks to us, really gets the dopamine flowing and the dopamine that comes from actually completing each item on the list. And it's
Mhm.
kind of a secret, subtle way to create structure for ourselves without it feeling boring and like another task to do. It feels fun. So I think it's a really fitting thing for us in this podcast to do a summer bucket list.
And I think I don't know, have you ever watched the movie Bucket List?
No.
It's about these, like, 2 old men that meet in, like, a hospital or, like, a nursing home, and one of them finds out they have, like, a terminal illness. So they decide to check everything off of his bucket list, and these 2 form an unlikely friendship and decide to, they travel the world, they do all these wild things just because, someone is nearing the end of their life. And I think it's a very, like, I don't know, sad movie, but it's very like, "Oh, this is fun, this is cute." And I think it's nice, like, I have a, like, lifelong bucket list, but I think if I'm that guy's kind of just running in the background and I'm not always thinking about it. And I think similar to goals that we talked about a while ago in, like, season 1 of the podcast, it's important to kind of break those up, whether that's, like, cycles, quarters of our life, because it keeps them fresh, and I think it can be better for us than like this one big long list that we made forever ago. These are like things, they fit with the season and the vibe rather than like, oh, I want to, go to Japan or I want to do these things. This kind of makes them sometimes more tangible, knowing, like thinking it back to SMART goals. Like there is like a measured time. Like I need to finish this before fall hits. So how many can I fit in?
Yeah, I really like that. I did not dive into my actual bucket list for
Mhm.
any of my summer tasks. For me, it was really about revisiting things that make me happy about the summer that really like
Mhm.
welcome in the season. I'm curious, do you have like a mix of those or is it one or the other?
No, I think mine's exactly how you said it. There are things that I feel like give summer. Some of them are more like achievable than others. And they're like, I probably could have made my list twice as long if I'm just thinking of things that I hope to do or want to do. But I only had so much room on my paper when I was writing them.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like we both wanted to also dive into the nostalgia of a summer bucket
Hmm.
list.
Hmm.
And I did some research, and nostalgia is actually really good for you. It can improve gratitude, which then improves emotional well being. So it's not just revisiting the past and not just like pretending to be a kid again. It actually does make us happier.
I've been seeing the trend of people like having a picture of like themselves as a child like hung up in like their bathroom or next to their bed or as like even their lock screen on their phone as a way to I think just remind ourselves like we're still this kid. We still have like the same things that we enjoy doing and just because now we're maybe like 20 years older or something, you can still tap into that childlike wonder that we used to have. I don't think it's gone. I think it's important, like you said, that we make time for these things and do things that we enjoy doing. And I think a lot of these things on my list are things that I've been doing since I was a child. So it is just like such a fun way to, like you said, revisit our childhood, but with a different twist. I think I can drive myself places that I probably couldn't when I was a child, which makes some of this more like accomplishable. But yeah, nostalgia is a great thing when used in this type of way.
Yeah, and it can also be used as a tool to learn how to play again and learn how to enjoy your life again. So I really love all the research from Dr. Stuart Brown, what he does
Mhm.
on play. And one of the things that he talks about is thinking about how you would play as a child to help you remember what you enjoy and inform how you play as an adult. So, you know, revisiting nostalgia can actually be helpful in figuring out what you need today and not just what you needed in the past. So,
Mhm.
I think it's also just an exercise in understanding what you enjoy and being more intentional about incorporating that in your life.
Yeah. That book's been on my to be read forever, so maybe I'll have to add that to my summer bucket list.
Yeah, honestly. So, I do think that the summer bucket list trend, it always comes around summer, but I feel like I've been hearing so much about it recently.
Mhm.
And I've also heard about it in a couple different ways. I feel like I've been seeing the summer whimsy lists. Everyone's
Mhm.
really into the idea of whimsy
Yeah.
lately, which my pet peeve is that I don't think people understand that whimsy is a noun and whimsical is an adjective. Um, People can't seem to use it right. So this is just my PSA of if something is, you're trying to describe something as being whimsical, it's whimsical, but whimsy is
Not
the noun.
whimsy.
Anyway, the summer whimsy lists is that's like
Yeah.
such a trend right now to incorporate whimsy
Yeah.
in your life. And I think that's
Mhm.
another word for what we're describing, right? Is
Mhm.
nostalgia, what you enjoy, things like that. I've also seen people calling things micro adventures. Have you seen this?
No, not micro adventures, no. I've seen
Yeah,
side quest. Is that the
side
same?
quests too. That's also it's
Mhm.
all really the same thing. It's like side quests and micro adventures. Um and I'm like, yeah, this is really just all the same thing. So I was seeing all this in my research. Um I was also really inspired by, I saw two creators. So, one creator on Instagram, her username is as told by Indy with three E's. And she talked about making Girl Scout patches for
Oh my
stuff.
gosh. Yes, I saw this.
Yeah. And she was even selling packages of different things that you might want to accomplish. And I thought that was so cool just because, again, it's playing into your inner child and nostalgia, like those
Yes.
patches, but also just like a physical reminder of the things that you've done, I think is
Mhm.
really cool.
I mean, first, as a lifetime member of the Girl Scouts, I saw that and I was like, "Oh my gosh," because I do remember being like a brownie, which is like, one of the younger levels of Girl Scouts. You had this big badge book and you would kind of flip through them and you would find a badge. You would have to like do all the steps. You would like present it in front of the troop and then you would like have to order the badge. You get the badge and then you'd iron it onto your vest and then you'd wear it and you're like, I did this. This is great. And I mean, you take the Girl Scouts, for example, and Boy Scouts, I think a lot of that premise is what we're seeing like in this age of gamification. I think of my like Duolingo, for example. If I complete so many lessons each month, I get a month badge. And I've been so motivated by getting this badge. Like, yet last year, I completed the whole year. I got every month badge, even though sometimes I barely made it. And this year, actually, this month specifically, they've upped the number of chests by 10 from 50 to 60, which is crazy. It takes so much time to do that. But I'm like, okay, I have to get another perfect week, so gotta lock in and do it. But I love having like a physical representation of, oh my gosh, I did this. This is great. Yeah, it's so exciting. I'm glad people are doing that.
Yeah, like what you're talking about, I feel like it goes back to creating our own motivation, right? Like
Hmm.
when you're little, you have grades, like you have so many little things to get you to the next thing.
Yeah.
And you really have to create that for yourself, or find someone else to create that for you, right? So I just love how we are creating motivation and anticipation for ourselves.
Even when you think about participation ribbons and trophies, like, I think we're too harsh on ourselves these days because I remember field day in elementary school. We all got a little ribbon that we participated in field day and we all got a popsicle. And that was like the end of the day. And it was like, okay, great. Like, there wasn't a winner, a loser. Everyone got this because everyone participated in this thing. And I think we should just tap into that more.
You want more participation ribbons? Sure.
I think everyone gets ribbons, gold stars all around.
That's wonderful. I love it. Everyone gets gold star. Another creator that I saw that also inspired me was on Instagram, Laura T. Craft, and she created a side quest journal. So again, there is side quests, like, but what I liked about it is that she kind of filled out the journal with her side quests, and then she did like a scrapbook / junk journal on each page for every side quest that she finished. And I thought that was so cool because I'm a junk journal girly, and I thought it'd be so fun to track and remember my summer bucket list in that way. So I think for my summer bucket list this year, I'm going to write them all out on little cards and hang them up in my apartment. And then when I do one, I'll take it down and I'll junk journal it.
You should combine this with, I do not remember who posted it, but they made each of theirs the size of like a Polaroid photo. So they would write what they did and take a picture of them doing it if it made sense to have a photo of it, and then they would attach the Polaroid. So on their
like
walls
a little
a whole
frame.
bunch. Yeah. So on their walls a whole bunch of like their bucket list items with enough room to like attach a picture of them doing it. So at the end of it, they would also have a photo of everything. So you could kind of combine the two ideas, have a photo with junk journal pieces.
Yeah, that
And
is
then you
so
have like a little
cute.
scrapbook at the end.
That is so
Yeah.
cute. I love that.
I also think doing something like this for ADHD is important, like to have your physical list either up on the wall where you can see it and not either like buried in your phone or just living in your head. Because if I do that, summer is going to pass by. I'm going to blink and it's going to be the end of August. And I'm going to wonder where were all the fun things that I wanted to do. So I'm glad that we're kind of getting back into the analog era, if you will, because when I made this, we got the markers, the different paper, and it was like a very fun like arts and crafts thing of just like making the bucket list in general.
And like, you're even making me think, we talked about nostalgia as in like nostalgia for our younger selves creating bucket lists, our younger selves experiencing summer, but also, this is a way of actively creating nostalgia for the summer that we're experiencing, like the ability to look back on this summer. And as we learned through the article in the Journal for Happiness Studies, is that when we look back, we experience more gratitude and more happiness. So just like you're saying, like that's scientifically backed. The fact that if we have these physical reminders of what we have done, it makes it easier for us to be grateful for the experiences that we've had and then be happier overall. So I just think it's really cool.
Yeah, that reminds me, I can't remember the specific quote right now, but
don't cry because it was over. Smile because it happened. Dr. Seuss.
In The Perks of Being a Wallflower, they talk about nostalgia, and great book, great movie, but a lot of it is like, this isn't like a story, this is happening right now, we're gonna live it and like kind of be in this moment. Because like you said, like we are creating stories to tell in the future.
So should we get into our summer bucket lists? Carissa, do you want to share something from your list?
Yeah. Well, let me show you my list first. I think it deserves to be seen. So this is my little bucket list, without spoiling too many things.
So you have like a striped paper.
Yes. So it is a striped paper. It was giving me like beach towel vibes. And there was 21 lines on the paper, so that is how many items I picked. So in like a blue-green theme, have a little sun, have a little bucket, and some stars on it.
Cute.
So
I also drew a sun on mine.
Yeah, it was fitting. I was like, summer. And I was like, oh, why not add a bucket? I realized buckets are kind of hard to draw. So, but anyway, one of the first things on my list, this was on my summer bucket list of 2024 and I never accomplished it. It is to rent a bike from the library. So my library has so many things that you can rent, and one of them is bikes and e-bikes. They're like a 3-hour rental. So I want to take a bike, ride it around.
Renting an e-bike for free from the library is actually so nice. Because
Yeah.
if you've ever rented one from like Lime, it's like what, like $16-20 an hour? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is free with a library card. So people need to be getting their library cards this summer if they don't have one.
That's great. I love that. So on my list, I have create a summer playlist. I feel like I've done that some summers, but not all of them. And I think
Yeah.
the times that I do, it just really helps me just solidify the summer vibes and also just have songs to look back on as being like the songs of the summer.
Hmm. That's literally my number 2, make a summer playlist. So I totally agree. I love making playlists, and I think sitting down, being intentional, and also being able to add songs as the summer goes on, it really it is the playlist of the summer. So, wow, look at us on the same page already.
Yeah. Well, next on my list is choose a drink of the summer. So kind of
Ooh.
similar to the playlist, just a drink that is like my go-to. Like if I'm going to
Hmm.
a restaurant or if I'm going to a bar, like it could be alcoholic, it could not be, it could be coffee, I don't know. Just like wherever I am, it's my go-to drink and just create memories and just it's nice to choose just like physical anchors. I'm
A
stealing from
staple.
Lord. I'm stealing this from Lord because Lord like has talked about how she likes to choose like physical anchors for certain moments. And I think that's
Mhm.
just kind of a lot of what I'm trying to do with my summer bucket list is give myself those anchors to remember this moment in time. So
Mhm.
I remember even like when we went on that cruise, Carissa, that like we were getting mojitos. I like the
Yes.
yeah, we were getting
Love a good
but they
mojito.
were the not just mojitos, they were like frozen. They're frozen mojitos. And
Hmm.
like that was the vibe of that summer.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I need to figure out what my drink is for this summer.
Wow. Well, might I propose a Hugo Spritz? I think it is very fun and refreshing. So consider that as your as your drink of the summer when you're figuring out what it should be.
I love that. I'll consider it.
The third thing on my list is, well, this is kind of funny. It's 2 separate things, but they in my head they're the same. Is to make a pasta salad and also make a fruit salad. I think those are easy salads to make. Fruit salad to me just screams summer. Pasta salad reminds me of my childhood. My mom used to make pasta salad all the time, so I'm like, make my own pasta salad, cut up some fruit, put them in a bowl, have them, just take out of the fridge whenever I want them. So that is my number 3.
I like it. I like it. I feel like creating salads and pasta, like salads are such like a good summer thing and just like
Hmm.
being able to take it out of your fridge and just graze on it,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Next, I have ketchup on my junk journal. Um, this is really something I need to do because
Yeah.
I am about a year and a half behind on my junk journal, but I am actively collecting junk. So I I need to address it. And like I said, I have so many great memories that I want to create this summer and I want
Mhm.
to junk journal what I do. And I absolutely cannot let it pile up more. I need by the end of
Yeah.
the summer, it needs to be caught up and
Yeah.
we need to move on. So that is my goal.
Good. You could make 20 minutes every day of okay, gotta clock into the junk journal,
It's just
chip
so
away at it.
hard. It's just like taking out all my supplies. It's like not worth it for 20 minutes a time. It's like this is about to be like a 5-hour process, which is a me problem. But I just got to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Catch up on it. All right. Number 4 is to hike at my local national forest. I drive by it all the time and I've never stopped and explored the hiking trails. So hike somewhere new, explore the place I already live. I'm excited. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I love that. Like I mentioned with my last one, I need to finish my junk journal. Where am I going to find the time to do that? Well, I would like to brick my phone for 500 hours this summer.
Okay.
So, if anyone doesn't know, a brick is this piece of plastic you can buy online that has an app attached to it, and you basically shut down your phone and you can't use your apps, unlock your phone until you tap your phone physically on the brick. I didn't buy the brick. I made my own using an NFC tag and an app called Focus with a Q. Very easy and free if you already have NFC tags. So I would like to brick my phone for 500 hours because I just have started using my phone again, and I was like in a really good habit of like not really using it, but now I've been spending too much time scrolling. So we are bricking the phone. We are spending time doing
Good.
analog, physical, creative activities.
Yeah.
We're getting off the screen. And I also
Good.
just like I did some quick math in my head of what like 500 hours will be. I have no idea if that's achievable or not, or if I did any bad math with that. So I hope
Yeah.
500 hours works, which also we should probably discuss when is the end of summer?
I think the end of summer is like the last week of August.
So like, let's say Labor Day is
Yeah, Labor
the
Day.
end of summer. Yeah.
September 1st, last week of August, I think. I think
Okay.
that's fitting.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So I have until then to
You
get
have
my
until then.
500
That's so much
hours.
time. Yeah. Well, I think now we're just tangent, but the thing people are like create more than you consume. And I think that's exactly fitting with your goal. You could also people are doing like no scroll Sundays or Saturdays. So you could just dedicate like okay, I'm going to just choose a day of the week. But I really don't know how 500, I can't do the math right now, but
Did I do
it
too
might
many
get you there.
hours?
I don't know. I mean, no, you're fine.
Because if I did,
How many days is that?
because it's like 3 months, right?
500.
No. Between now
Oh,
between now and September 1st or Labor Day, whatever, it's like 3
yeah.
months, right? June,
Yeah.
July, August. So
Yeah.
that means I need to do 500 divided by 3 hours a month, which is
Someone out there that knows how to do math really well is just like yelling the answer.
so that's 166-ish hours a month.
Divided
So
by
then
24.
166 divide what?
Oh, I guess it's not 24. I guess it's not like a full day. You're going to be sleeping.
166 divided by 30 for like days in a month.
Sure.
Okay, we're going to cut all of the math out. We'll
No,
see.
I think this is good.
It's fine. I don't.
Keep it in.
We will see how many hours I get.
Yeah, and you're going to make it. You're going to make it one way or another to 500 hours.
I'll make it.
I believe in you.
I'll be locked out of my phone for like a week.
Yeah. Well, going into my number 5, I am doing what I'm calling a readathon with some of my friends. And it's going to be like 24 hours of reading or like a whole day. We haven't decided kind of the time frame of it, but the whole day dedicated to reading. And hopefully I can finish all of the books that I've started and just close them out. And I think it'll be so fun. There's different ways we can approach it. We can go to like coffee shop hop. We could just stay in someone's apartment all day and get snacks and just really, really read. So I think that'll be fun. No phones allowed that day.
I also have reading retreat on my list. So
stop. Amazing.
Just like same vibes. I have seen how people have like rented cabins and then basically the only activity is like they just go and they read. I don't know if I'll rent a cabin or what I'll do, but just like dedicate. Maybe I'll take some days off work and I'll just
there we go.
Read.
Staycation and read.
So I'm excited for that too. Maybe you should tell me when you're doing it. Honestly, should I just come to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're invited to the readathon. Bring all the books. Bring the Kindle. It'll be great. Yeah, I said we could just like hyper read, have an audiobook going, read a book. Okay.
At the same time? Different or the
At the same
same?
time.
The same book?
We just got to consume all the books.
No,
Get all the
but
books
like, are you saying you're going to listen to a different book than you're reading? Or are you listening to the same book that you're reading?
Well, it was going to be a different book, but I guess I could read the same book. I legit couldn't do that, so that wouldn't actually work. But I think all forms of reading are allowed in this readathon too. So the goal is just to read as many books. I need to finish. I have so many started books
You
that
really
I have
do.
not finished.
I'm concerned about your fable. There's just too many.
I know. I'll catch up. I gotta finish it out. So amazing. I'm glad we're both prioritizing reading this summer.
Mhm.
All right. What's next on your list?
I have do a sun tattoo. So
Ooh.
going back to, nostalgia, I feel like I tried so many summers as a kid to do a suntan tattoo, which is basically using like a sticker or like sunscreen to make a shape so that you are not tanning, like a shape, to make it like kind of like a tattoo. But now I have resources. I bet I could use Cricut vinyl and I could cut out the shape that I want, and I'll just make a bunch of them. And then I can like actually do my tan tattoo. So I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it's going to be good. Do you have any suggestions what my tan tattoo should be?
You should do a little worm.
A worm? That's so cute. Well, that's cute in theory, but people would be like, did you like...
That's an S.
Just an S.
I don't... This is cute. You should just do like a sun.
Okay,
I think
yeah, that's the classic.
This is fun. And I can cut the same shape on my Cricut.
Oh my gosh, are you going to do the same one? Or I can do a sun, you can do a moon or something. I don't know.
That'd be cute. This is so fun. I've never attempted to do that, so that sounds so cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. I never gave it a really good try. I feel like I would do like for 5 seconds and be like, it didn't work.
I'm done. Yeah.
But resources now.
Amazing. All right. Number 6 on my list is to hammock at least 3 times. I love hammocking, and I think I love it so much I forget I like to do it. So I added a quantifiable number on there so I could make a good solid attempt to hammock at least 3 times. And I assume at 3 different places, but I did not have enough room to fit that. So I could read in the hammock. I could just be in the hammock. So gonna hammock.
That's perfect. If y'all didn't know, Carissa was president of the hammocking club in college. So
I was. And we just hung out. It was fun.
I just added hammock to my list because I do have one and I never use it. So
there you go. Get outside. Wonderful.
All right. On my list, I have eat Italian ice.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. It's just like a summer staple for me. And I'll also combine this with another thing on my list, which is go to a carnival/fair.
Ooh.
I think this might be a Midwest thing, or maybe it's also like a Catholic thing. But I feel like every Catholic school would have like a fair at some point in the summer as like a fundraiser, but it was like a fair with like the rides and everything. And I'm from Cleveland, and Cleveland has a lot of Italians. So there's always Italian ice at all of these fairs. And it tastes like summer. So
it does.
These are 2 separate things, but they kind of go together. They will be fulfilled together of eat Italian ice and go to a fair.
Go to a fair. I like it. This one on my list is to get first place at trivia, that one's going to be a hard one, because really got to lock in. It's a really big team effort, but I think it'd be a great way to just really finish the summer. So I have all summer. We'll see how it goes, but to get first place in trivia. So it'll be very fun.
What's the best you've gotten? You've gotten like second place before?
Oh, we've gotten first before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's only happened once. And when you get first, you get like a special table. So everyone knows that you got first and you're so great. So it's only happened once. And we have to run it back. So it is achievable for sure, especially in the summer because there's less people around. But we're still good. We're still good to get it in a regular year too.
That's
But yeah,
amazing.
I'm excited for that one.
I also just added trivia to my list because I really, really would like to go to trivia. I haven't been in a long time.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Next, I have run a 7K.
Oh, how much is in a 7K?
I don't know. Because I can run a 5K now, which I'm very proud of.
Good.
But I don't think I can run a 10K.
What's 2 more Ks?
So my goal is to run a 7K. Obviously
Okay.
not in like a formal race or anything. I don't think anyone's doing like a 7K race.
You should host
but
a
I'll just run it
race.
myself. Do you want me to host a 7K race?
Yeah. I'll come. I'll bring a sign. Pass out water
7K.
cups.
No, you're running in the 7K.
I gotta build up to it. End of summer. Can this happen like August 31st?
Yeah, we can do it. You want to run 7K in August?
Oh, gosh. Well, when else are you gonna run it?
I don't know. Maybe June is less hot.
Yeah.
It'll be a night run.
Tomorrow.
We'll do it at night. So that so it's not too hot.
Good. Wow, I'm so excited.
You're excited for my night 7K?
Night. You're gonna have to tell your watch, and it's gonna be really confused. You're like, no, the goal is 7K.
Goal is 7.
You don't get it.
Yeah. Do you think there's a Strava achievement?
And no.
No. Straight up no.
But no, they have 5 and they have 10. They kind of skip 7. But hey, maybe we can get it on.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh. Okay, number 8 on my list. I love thrift shopping, and there are 3 like local shops that I have never been to. They're like vintage thrift stores. So I want to visit them, see what they have to offer, explore the town that I live in. So that is number 8.
I also have thrifting on my list. That's great.
Good.
Next I have Close the Club in Louisville, Kentucky. Let me give you some backstory.
Okay.
So I always feel like when it's the winter and everyone's like, let's go to the club, I'm like, ugh, we should be doing this in the summer. The summer is for the club because you got to bring a jacket. Like, I will wear a snow jacket to the club, but I will not be happy.
Yeah.
So I feel like we wait until winter to go, and then it's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
Another added thing is that my fiance lives in Louisville, and she is moving to my city.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you know this, but in Louisville, the clubs stay open until 4.
That's crazy. That's a lot of commitment.
It's a lot. But what better way to take advantage of the summer, the warmth, and our last days in Louisville?
Yeah.
Than to close the club.
That's amazing. Also, while we're talking about things that should happen in summer, I think there should be a Halloween that happens in the summer.
Yeah. Although,
so maybe we should throw a costume party or something.
Oh, I like that. What we can do, like, July 31st is Halloween in the summer.
Yeah. Right after, what are they? Christmas in July. And then it's Halloween 2 days later. This is good. Number 9 on my list is to host a progressive dinner, like organize a progressive dinner with my friends. I think that would be really fun. I've only ever seen it in movies. I've never been to one. So if you don't know, progressive dinners, like each thing has they each have like a different, appetizer, dessert, entree, whatever. So I think that would be fun. We tried to organize one in winter again, and it never happened. So I think we got to run it back, host a progressive dinner, have people sign up. How did the one for your sorority go?
It went well. It was like a much bigger operation. And then now that I'm remembering, I started that tradition in my grad school. in like my grad
Oh.
program, and I think they still do a progressive dinner.
Yeah, I'll have to get some tips because I don't know anything.
So similar to your progressive dinner, I really want to have a bunko night. It's my dream to have like a bunko group. And
Mm-hmm.
if you don't know what bunko is, it's like a dice game basically. And it
Mm-hmm.
requires exactly 12 people to participate, and you basically roll dice and you move based off of it. And I don't know the ins and outs of all the rules, but that's essentially it. But it's basically
Yeah.
about getting together, and it'll rotate through the 12 people's homes, so it's also just like a fun way to host, and usually there's like a theme for each night. And I really want to do it, and I think it'd be hard to pitch, like, commit to a whole year of doing this. So I think if I throw one bunko night and I see if
Mm-hmm.
people enjoy it, I can form my bunko group.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited to do that.
This is good. Get the ball rolling. That's so fun. Speaking of getting balls rolling, number 10 is to go to a baseball game.
Oh, I love that. What a good summer
Yeah.
activity.
Good summer, preferably one that has fireworks at the end. Get a hot dog.
Mhm.
Kind of combined things in my head into this one, but I think that gives summer. So I don't care if it's a random little league game down the street or I'm going to a Cleveland Guardians game. I don't even know what the baseball schedule is, but I'm gonna go to a baseball game.
That
So
is such a summer activity. I love it.
yeah.
Also, summer activity on my list is go to a drive-in movie.
Oh, that's so good. There are no drive-ins near me,
I'm surprised.
and that's a shame. I'm surprised too. There should be.
Yeah, well, you
I
can
should make one.
come over here. At least I hope
Yeah.
the one that I have been to in the past is still around me. So hope it's still open,
Mm.
because aren't they like barely any open anymore?
Yeah, which is sad. Everything's on streaming. No one wants to go to the movies, especially to drive in. But I think it's a perfect summer thing. Number 11 is to swim at like our local lake, if you will. It's not a lake. It's not a real lake. I should preface. It is a body of water. But I want to just, it's kind of fun. It's different than like pool swimming. I think that's still on the list. But swim in general is just, I want to go swimming. I want to just chill by the water. So that made it to my summer bucket list.
Amazing. I also have swim on here. But another thing that I have is make homemade ice cream. So I
Oh,
bought an attachment for my mixer that
mm,
is like the ice cream attachment. So you freeze the base, and then and it has like the ice cream paddle in it. So you can make your own ice cream. And I've only used it like once. So this is going to be the summer of homemade ice cream.
that's so fun. Amazing. Number 12 on my list is to complete a personal curriculum
Mm-hmm.
slash finally follow up on my NFL fantasy football
Oh, a
episode
little
and do my
callback.
deep dive. Yeah, and do my deep dive into football and the NFL. So whether I decide to add another one, but I think now that I have more time and we're getting closer to football season again, I should just complete a personal curriculum of my choosing. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. I know that is like a big trend. I could also maybe do a personal curriculum for if I read Play by Stuart Brown. I can add like a element of that in there. So I didn't specify on my bucket list. I wanted to keep things purposefully vague, so I didn't really tie myself into things. So just to complete one, I think will be great.
Yeah, that's great. On my list, I have go on a solo date and or day trip,
Ooh, okay,
because
that is fun.
this is the last summer that I'm going to be living by myself. My fiance's moving in,
Mhm.
and I think I should enjoy being alone.
Yeah,
I'm really excited for her to be here and to always spend time with her. We're currently long distance, but I'm like, how can I enjoy just being by myself and say goodbye to that chapter? So
yeah,
take myself out to dinner and drinks or something. Maybe go see a
yeah.
movie. I don't know.
I love a solo movie. That sounds like so much fun. Similarly, one of my last things on the list was to book a trip. So rather than completing the trip, I just want to book the trip. So I don't care when it is. But one of my cousins just moved to Arizona. So that's kind of my intended vision is to like go visit her at some point. But just to book a trip, get something in the books, like a solo trip. So I think that'd be fun. But the next thing on my list is to clean out my closet. So do some summer cleaning. So
I believe we both have that on our list, don't we, Gariza?
yes. So we'll see how that one goes.
One of the last things I'll share from my list is boat day. I do not own a boat, nor do I know anyone with a boat. But
you're going to make it happen.
I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to get on a boat this summer.
Day. Good. Do you think that does that include like a canoe, like a kayak?
Sure. Yeah, that's okay. I will count that if we have to.
Okay.
But ideally, you know the type of boat I'm talking.
Yeah. Well, you have a quest to find someone with a boat. Well, let me speed run through the last things on my list. I want to complete a puzzle. That gives like a winter activity, but I think I like puzzling. And so that could be like a rainy day activity in the summer. I want to make something and bring it to the fire station. So me and my friends are like,
we
can each like
things? Do the firemen need things?
No, but like cookies, brownies.
Why?
Why not?
Okay. Why? No. Well, at first I didn't understand. Like, do you say make or bake?
I said bring something.
Bring something to the fire station. Do you understand how vague and weird that sounds?
Well, I know what it means.
Okay, you're gonna bake them cookies for the firemen.
Yeah.
Do you like firemen?
Buffalo chicken dip.
You're gonna make buffalo chicken dip for the firemen.
Why? This is so strange.
It is.
When we were in elementary school, we had like, I guess my parents, everyone like made something, brought it to school. We walked to the fire station because it was really close to the school, and we got a tour of the fire station and gave them all of our stuff.
So, okay. In exchange for a tour?
Yeah, I want to get a tour of the fire station. The last thing is to eat a s'more. Classic.
Oh, love it.
Reminds me of Girl Scouts. To paint something. Anything. To go to like our local like arcade and like play games there. They're also a movie theater, so I go there for the movies, but they have an arcade and I should go there. I started a wall art kind of scrapbook project that I want to finish so I can display it. So I want to complete that. And the last thing is to donate blood. The Red Cross calls me every day asking me to get in there. So
do you know your blood
I'm finally eligible. O positive, which is apparently they need that.
They need that
all the time. So last time I gave Power Red, which is very intense. So I think, and now I'm like eligible to give again. So if I give once this summer, I'll be good until like the fall. So, but I think donating blood is good. That's like an easy thing I could check off. I just never have time to like commit. So it's great. So
yeah,
that's my list. And that's my summer bucket list. So I have little gold stars that I'm excited to use to, I think, put like either gold or silver or green stars next to all of my stuff. So I'll probably hang it up on my like apartment door so I can see it. But I made this list with like my friends that live here. So there are some things on their list that they're like, yeah, you're going to do this with me. So the fire station is one that they're doing with me because they also want to bring something to the fire station. I can't wait to tell you about it once it happens. You're going to be like, wow. And you're going to go visit your local fire station.
And I'm going to bring them stuff.
Yeah.
That's great, Carissa.
That's okay. You don't care about the firemen. That's okay.
I didn't know they were in need.
I just think it doesn't hurt. I
didn't know they were hungry.
I mean, they work all the time saving people. So, I don't know. Just think about it.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Well, I'm so excited for this summer. I think we have a lot of great things ahead of us to accomplish and do. And it's going to be a summer to remember. And I think the funny thing I think about it is technically it's still spring if we're like following like the summer equinox cycle of stuff. But summer starts today. June 1st really feels like summer. Most kids are out of school. So summer break.
Yeah, I feel like it's like Memorial Day to Labor Day is summer.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
So I think this is going to be great. So I'm very excited to see what happens and make the most. Well, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Brainworms and Tangents. If you enjoyed listening, make sure to follow us on Substack so you don't miss an episode. And if you're enjoying this one, be sure to share it with a friend and make your own summer bucket list.
We'll be back for a new episode every Wednesday. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.